Welcome back everyone to Lore of the Shadow, where I have been instructed by my trainers to find some Concord and get some staves from them and to get some emblems from them. For what reasons? They say they need it to make me some better equipment, and that I will find these Conquer back in the Misty Mountains where I came from before going towards Helengrad. Before going towards Angmar. The bulk of the Conquer area at Helengrad. So let's see what we can get from these. Well, obviously we're not going to get emblems or staves from the snow beasts, but I'm sure as we get closer and closer to Helengrad, we'll be running into more and more of these Conquer. And who knows, maybe I could even get some books, because that's another thing that I'll be needing, or of course pages from the books I should say. There we go. And then we head along this way. And this is going to be number 4. And it looks like that I was about to say that the emblems were dropping every time, but it looks like just as I was about to say that, we got a counter example. So it's not a 100% drop rate, but it looks like though that the emblems in general are dropping more easily than the staves are. We'll see if that holds true. Now I need more emblems and staves. That probably explains why there seems to be a better drop rate on that. Though that said, it looks like I've got an equal number of each of them, so maybe that was also a bit of an illusion when I had that at the early beginnings. So let's then proceed deeper and deeper and closer past the sign that warns of evil men, I presume. They're up there somewhere. Evil men all over the place. Here in the Misties, there in Angmar, wherever they could come and annoy us. It looks like my initial assessment is way off, because now I have more staves than emblems. There we go. I have 6 emblems now. Oh, I think we are... Oh. Hey, this is the wrong class quest. Too bad that wasn't my target. I think that's the target for some of the classes. So I can't think of any other reason to have a level 45 signature named mob here, other than it being for this particular quest. For some class, or some classes more likely. Maybe that's 7. There's 7 staves. And there is the sign saying, "Warning, evil men." Though it looks like the evil men threw down the sign. Well, I guess they didn't like being called evil men or something. There you go. And whack. Oh, I guess I was a little too enthusiastic there. Alright, I got 9 emblems now. And all 8 staves. Okay, so I just have to get 3 more emblems and I will be done with this phase. Then I have to head over to the area where the giants are located, which is going to be a little bit tricky. And you asked for it. You know you asked for it. Oh, that's the last staff. So, next, I need to go through that dwarf stronghold where we killed Skorgrim and get past any dour hands that might still be there, then I'll enter into the land of the giants, where I am to find a bear, I believe it is, called Driftclaw. Here we are. I'm back at the high crag, where we will deal with some apparently stragglers. I presume these are stragglers who have no idea what they're going to do now that Skorgrim has been defeated. But I'm sure that they are still going around trying to be as annoying as possible. Maybe some of them will decide to find something else to do that is not so destructive as they have been in the past. But apparently this is not going to be an immediate and universal thing that they will be doing. Now, I have to go all... Really? I have to go all the way through here to the other end and see if I can get past the... Well, getting past the giants might be one thing. Getting past the scholarly materials may be another. Where is that thing located? On the other side of the wall, of course. Oh well. Ah, here we are at the end of the line. First things first. Might as well throw up a couple of scholarly readings so that I will be able to get some help going through there, because this is technically a group area. They originally wrote these quests with the thought that people would be grouping together in order to go into this area and doing this part. Of course, that didn't all work out, but that's another matter. Now, what's the best way to get through here? Do I have Hobbit Stealth yet? Let's see. Level 45. The giant is level 45. It's going to be a non-trivial task. Now, fortunately, my pet is also able to stealth. So let's see if I can get through here. I think the answer to that is no. Oh well. I am surprised that I am still stealth. Hold it. Aha. Well, how about if I get away from these guys? Yikes. Run away? How far are they going to chase me? You would think that they'll eventually get tired of this little chase. Okay, good. Now, I suppose I should whistle back for my friend and we could continue along the way. But can I pick up any of these ancient vases as I go along? Actually, that particular bear is... I was expecting these to be signature or maybe even elite bears. I'm surprised that there are only normals. Did they nerf the zone? Wait. No, the trolls are elite. Alright, so I guess the bears were just normals. Just piddly little mobs in there. But the trolls are still elite, and the giants, I'm pretty sure, are still elite. At least that's what would make sense. Of course, I can't stealth again because it's a 30-minute cooldown for Hobbit stealth. Now, I'm just wondering whether was I the one who failed the check, or was it the cat? I would think it's more likely to be me because I think it's -3 on stealth on there, but I don't think the Lynx would be at -3. I can see the Lore Master being at -3. We're not exactly specialists in stealth, we're just stealthier than other Lore Masters. Oopsie daisy. Oops. Now, oh, Driftclaw. I'm looking for Driftclaw. So I am actually looking for a bear. And apparently that bear is off in that direction. But it's not going to stop me from trying to grab as... Well, not if there's a... Well, actually, that troll decided to stop. I'm going to grab as many of these things as I can while I'm here. I'm surprised how many of these are here. I've never noticed how many scholarly mats are here, and they're just in the middle of the place. It's not like they're off next to a wall or anything like that. Now, Driftclaw is how far away? I presume this arrow is towards Driftclaw, so that's off in this direction. Well, I could just make my next check next to the next. Oopsie daisy. Well, I guess I'm going to have to fight some of these. I'm going to have to see how well I can fight one of these things. Thank you. Well, that went better than I expected. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Looking for a bear and being distracted by scholarly materials. Here's a bear. Not the bear I'm looking for. Oh. Let's see. That's a bear. That's a bear. That's a bear. Well, fewer mobs in the way will help me in my endeavor, I think. And I think Driftclaw drifts around. I mean, with a name like that. So we want to see a wandering bear. Actually, this is still saying a little bit more in that direction. And we also have to avoid the mammoths, because I believe the mammoths are aggressive. As are the giants, apparently. Well, we can deal with giants, can't we? Well, we did one already. It's making sure that I'm able to deal with the second one that's the real trouble. Thank you for that skill. Now, let's see. Yeah, I think the mammoths are going to be aggressive, so let's try to get around them. Try to get around here. Yeah, this time I am a giant snow bear. Alright. Where is Driftclaw? We're getting close according to that. Ah, there we are. I was almost going to say that maybe he's not wandering, but no, he was just at the end of a patrol point. The Giant's Needle. Okay, and I guess I'm the let's see. Alright, let's see how I can do this without getting the ire of too many at once, because unfortunately he's getting closer and closer to all the giants. And if I could deal with him before anyone else sees anything, then maybe, just maybe. And that takes care of that. Good. And well, let's see what that does. I hope my cat's doing all right. Yeah. There you go. Ah! Now, I think that takes care of... Oh. I freed that up. How nice. Now, I just have to get back to Angmar, I think. Now, we could finally use the north exit from the Driftclaw camp. Okay. Oh, something like that. And I am supposed to be killing wargs, getting amulets from the Driftclaw, and starting, yeah, okay, that's the first warg killed in Fasachlaran. And of course I need to find a certain boar. Now I think that boar is somewhere around in this area. I'm going to have no trouble finding all the wargs that I need. So I'm not going to go too far out of my way in order to find one of them. But I will of course go out of my way to find Grimgor. There we go. And done. Alright, so that's the last bit that I need for the class quest, at least for phase 1 of that. We will have phase 2. Actually, let me see. Phase 2 is... Aren't phase 2 and phase 3 both from skirmish camps? Yeah, so I think I've done the most difficult part of the whole thing, because yes, I know technically they sent you off to some awful places all over the place, places like Heligrod and all, but I'm not... Actually, I wonder if any of them are from Heligrod. I know, actually I think they're mainly from Karn Doom. So yes, I know technically that's what's going, but let's face it, I'm going to get them from the skirmish camp. So let's go and find the Driftclaw camp. Now this is not the Driftclaw camp, this is Falahro, which is... I'm not exactly sure what is, sort of a capital or something like that, I guess, that's whoever is the dominant clan holds it. It's something of that matter. But right now, we need to find the Driftclaw camp, and I think we are going to be getting there soon enough. Ah, I think I found it. Now, yep, that looks like a Driftclaw camp. Full of Driftclaw sentries, yes. Oh, let's do these one at a time. Oh yeah, and that is the stone from which I need to get the rubbing. I think I would completely forget what I'm supposed to do for that quest if it weren't for the fact that the watchstone glows and pulsates like that. I was thinking, oh, how do I avoid this evil presence? I can't, because I need to touch the thing that has the evil emanating from it. Alright, so now I think I have to go a little bit deep into this place if I'm going to collect those emblems. We do have wargs. And of course, Duberdine. Yeah, okay, not quite close enough yet, it looks like. I think this is the first one that might have a possibility of dropping it. Collected. Skull amulet. Bloodstone pendant. Oh, hello. He died just before stunning me. Ah, nice revenge, considering how often they annoyingly punch me like that. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close. Actually, let's say we mez that one. Oh, I found a missing page. That's good. And now your turn. Okay, that's 4 of 4 for the pendants. And 5 of 6 for the amulets. Oh, hello. Do you have an amulet? Apparently she doesn't. Oh well. How about you? Actually, I was wondering, what was the signature doing there? I don't remember her being there before. Okay, that's 6 of 6 for that. So that takes care of... That takes care of the pendants. That takes care of all the jewelry. That takes care of the wargs. That means now I need to take care of the orcs. And that means getting out of this camp and finding the orc camp. I think I found the orc camp. Let's see, we'll start out with the skirmishers. Well, we could mess the skirmisher. Then we can deal with the warriors. There you go. And then after that we could head into the cave to find the captain. It must be in there somewhere. Inside. Ah, here we are. One Augsburg's captain. There we go. Now that means it is time for us to head back to camp. Though we're going to do it via Erin Lewine because we are first going to pick up the components from the... drop off the components from our class quest and then head back to camp. But that'll be in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.